the screen. I think we were in the middle of that pastime, I think, correct, no? Akshaya Patra pastime. Yeah. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuvanvelitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshtarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shivasadi Gauru Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. I'll just share it 1 minute. See, this pastime, this is a pastime, Akshaya Patra, magic perennial food bowl. Last time we were discussing the first one, and then I think, I don't think we read this one. Yeah, correct. This is over, I think.
Yeah. So Prabhuji, you were telling about like how Kardama and Devahuti, they were leading a life but without getting entangled. And then Lord Shiva drank poison and became popular, but Rahu drank Amrit, but he was chopped off.
Correct. So basically I was telling about alignment with the Lord. So the Pandavas are all aligned with the Lord. Devahuti and Kardama were aligned with the Lord. Shiva was aligned with the Lord, and those who are not aligned, they suffer. So here the Pandavas are aligned with the Lord, so they were saved. So you can read from here some days later.
Some days later, Durvasa arrived at Pandava camp just after Draupadi had eaten. Leaving his disciples on the outskirts of the camp, he walked in alone and appeared before the brothers. They all immediately stood with joined palms. Seeing the famous rishi standing before them, they fell to the ground in respectful obeisance. Yudhishthir offered Durvasa an excellent seat and worshipped him with all attention. Durvasa then said, I am here with my 10,000 disciples and we need to eat. We have been walking all day and are hungry. O king, please arrange for our food. We shall first take our bath and then return for the meal. Yudhishthir said, so be it. And Durvasa left for the river with his disciples. After he had gone, Yudhishthir expressed his alarm. How could he possibly feed that many people? Draupadi had already eaten, and the mystical vessel would not yield more until morning. Yudhishthir asked his wife if she could do anything. Draupadi, who always thought of her husband's welfare, began to contemplate the problem. Her only hope was prayer. The princess thought of Krishna and prayed, O Krishna, Lord of the universe, O destroyer of your devotees' difficulties, O unlimited and all powerful one, please hear my prayer. You are the refuge of the helpless and giver of the endless boons to all beings, the unknowable and all knowing Supreme Person. Kindly protect me. I seek your shelter. O Lord, as you formerly saved me from Dushasan in the assembly, so please save me now from this difficulty.
What a beautiful prayer. You are the refuge of the helpless. That means Apad Bandhava, Anatha Rakshaka. And you are giver of endless boons to all beings. You are unknowable, but you are yourself all knowing about everybody. So that is praying. So here is the question, why did he express his alarm? What is the reason? Yeah? Yes, Samaksh.
Prabhuji, Durvasa Muni came with 10,000 disciples, and Draupadi have already had her meals. So the Akshay Patra will not give any more.
There doesn't appear to be any feasible solution because because they were in the forest and they had only one solution. It appears like it's blocked, the whole generally our mind also generally doesn't think of any kind of solution when, like for example, I have Akshay Patra, which gives food for all of us, morning, afternoon, evening. After Draupadi eats, washes and keeps it upside down, that's it. That means there is no more food possible. Our mind becomes blackout sometimes in life also. It appears like it's like one way. And we don't find any possibility of bringing food from anywhere. So therefore it is said, when all else fails, then prayer is the only way. That's what Draupadi resorted to. Yeah. So he used to express alarm because of that. Now it doesn't seem that we will be able to provide them food. And if you don't provide them food, why the alarm word is used? Because if a guest comes to your home and you open your hands and say that we have no food, consider great aparad. And that makes it all the more serious when saintly person comes. So it is said that you should go at any cost to feed somebody who comes to your house. So that's why Yudhishthira was alarmed. He thought now a big aparad, ghor aparad is going to happen and we are going to be cursed by the sage. Therefore he expressed alarm. I read the second question? Yeah.
What was the only hope of Draupadi? Did you ever face a situation in your life where everything fell apart and your only hope was to fall flat on the Lord's feet and pray to Him?
Yeah. Anybody? Anybody? See, in every age bracket, you have some things which make you happy. Then you have other things which make you feel that the whole world has come to an end. For example, recently one boy was laid off from Google in San Jose. He was sitting in the class, he was weeping, practically tears in his eyes. So he said, I thought that when I was laid off from Google, 12,000 people were laid off. He said, when I was laid off, I thought the whole world has come to an end for me. Why? I asked him, why did you feel like this? He said that, Prabhu, in America, if you lose a job, and what do you call that? H1 visa, H1 visa or something. If you H1B visa, I think, is it? If you don't have that, they will throw you out of the country. You have to go back to India, and that's it. Then you will not be able to easily come back again. It's very difficult to get into America again, he said. So, but I think now he said he's going to do some 3 months course in America. Somehow he's going to pull on. But he said, Prabhu, sometimes some of my friends are saying that if they lose a job, they will commit suicide. Because for a person, it looks like this is the only thing. For me, job appears like everything. Similarly, if a businessman loses, in COVID time, some companies lost a lot of money. For him, it's like coming to end of life. Everybody has some difficult situation where they feel they are facing a dead end. Similarly, for a boy, he is repeatedly failing in an examination paper. And 4, 5, 6 times he has failed. Whenever the result comes, he cries. He thinks everything has come. So you will say that in your age bracket, you have some problems which appear to be insurmountable. But there are even more serious problems, like somebody lost the mother in COVID. Somebody lost the father in COVID time. That's even more serious. Like one boy lost both his mother and father in COVID time. And they were not very old also. They were probably 60 and 55, something like that. So you can imagine, in this world, all of us are subjected to sometimes uncertainties which are uncontrollable by us, and we are shattered. When I went to this university program in America, I think in one of the universities it was that. Correct. I think it is it UMass Amherst? I think it is Texas Arlington, And when we had a program, there was one girl who had come, and she was like in tears. And she said, when we want to help someone and we are not able to help them at all, our hands and legs become tied. And at that time, what we should do, she asked after the class. I asked her, what is the matter? I asked her. She said, I didn't want to bring up the matter to anybody, but I am feeling completely shattered, she said. I asked, where are you from? She said, I'm from Ukraine, she said. Oh, I asked her, I think your parents are in Ukraine. She said, yes, she said. I think you want to connect with them, you're unable to connect. She said, yes, that's correct. Because their communication things are stopped. I think you want to bring them to America, correct? She said, yes, I want to bring. But neither am I allowed to go there, nor are they able to come. And what is happening to them, I don't know. I'm completely shattered. In this situation, what should a student do? What is my duty? She asked. I said, see, when things are beyond us, we can only pray to Lord. Oh Lord, please protect my parents, and wherever they are, let them get food, let them get clothing, let them, may they remain in your protection, protective eyes. That much only we can pray. And if they survive the dangers and everything, and they come, it's good. Otherwise, you have done your part for them. That's all we can do. And there is nothing impossible for the Lord. I told if Lord wishes, He can make impossible things possible. Of course, then she became pacified by that. And I told her, you chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Immediately she picked up a card and said, I'm going to chant this mantra regularly. So sometimes pious people like this Mahamata, you find that she is going from when the turmoil came, that made her turn towards God. And now she is ready to chant the mantra. That is a good fortune. So Prabhupada says atheistic people, when they get challenges, difficulties, they will try to sort it out themselves and get more and more frustrated, and they may commit suicide also. Yeah. On the other hand, somebody is pious, they will turn to God. Okay, anybody else would like to share on this? Yes, Abhinav, go ahead.
Yes, Rahul. So last semester, I think last year, I'd taken too many courses. I'd registered at once, and some of them were also very difficult as well. And in the middle of the course, I planned to graduate also, and in the middle, I was finding too much, like the work was too much, and I'm not able to do the assignments or solve them. And like I started that was when I started feeling like, oh, what did I do, like will I pass or not, like what will happen, did I make the right decision? And like even when I was the assignments also, I found them quite difficult, so I didn't know if I could even solve them or not. And I think all of it together at once, I think it's I started to feel quite helpless at that time.
Then what did you do?
Like of course, I did. I think main thing is I think I was overthinking too much. I think so. I thought, okay, let me just like not panic, and then of course luckily I did have like I did of course it did help that I knew about Krishna consciousness, and
Yeah.
I was also chanting as well.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
yeah,
Actually,
over time.
when our mind is overthinking, that is the best time. We pray to Krishna that actually, Krishna, you are the supreme controller, and I am a very tiny controller. There are things which are beyond me, but which are in your control. Please take my mind away from this anxiety and give me the strength to do my best. Because if anxiety can be kept away, then you can focus on the work properly, and we can pray, we can chant and pray. Actually, these situations are kept in this world so that it gives us an impetus for going back home, back to Godhead. Because the material situations are all temporary. Today we have difficulty, tomorrow it will be gone. Or eventually the body will come to pass. But we should use these difficulties as a springboard to go back to Godhead. So that was good, nice example. Especially for a student in 7th, 8th semester, for example, they have in undergrad, they have a great anxiety of getting placed in job. They have a great anxiety. And they also have a greater anxiety of getting pass marks in the exams. That's true. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else, Prabhus? Anybody? So Draupadi took shelter of Krishna very firmly with a very, very beautiful prayer which we read. Huh? Yeah. So 6 different ways by which Draupadi offered her salutation, that you all heard it now. Huh? Well, Lord of the universe, destroyer of your devotees' difficulties, and then unlimited, all-powerful one, refuge of the helpless, giver of endless boons to all beings, the unknowable and all-knowing Supreme Person. These are the names she is calling. Apad Bandhava, Anatha Rakshaka, Bhaktavatsala Govinda. Like the different names that she is calling. Very beautiful. I read further, please. Yeah.
Krishna
Yeah.
was Krishna was in his palace at that time with Rukmani, that mysterious person whose movements are unknown to all, heard Draupadi's prayers. Within a few moments, he was standing before Draupadi, who fell at his feet with tears in her eyes. O Krishna, we face a great danger from Durvasa's curse. What can be done? Krishna smiled. I will do whatever can be done. But I too am hungry. Please feed me first, and after that I shall do whatever is required. Ashamed, Draupadi replied, My lord, the vessel given by the sun god remains full until I have eaten. I have already taken my meal, and now it will not give more food. This is no time for joking, said Krishna. Quickly fetch the vessel and show me. Draupadi brought the dish before Krishna, and he examined it closely. In one corner, he found one particle of rice and vegetables stuck together, and he ate it at once, saying, May Lord Hari, the soul of the universe, be satisfied with this food, and may the Lord of all sacrifices be pleased. Krishna then turned to Sahadev and said, Go quickly and bring the ascetics here and feed them. The Pandavas looked around fearfully. There was no sign of food, but they had faith that Krishna would not let them down. Sahadev left for the river to find Durvasa and his disciples.
Yeah. And the question?
If Pandavas were in Kamyaka and
Amrita.
Krishna was, when if the Pandavas were in Kamyaka and Krishna was in Dwarka, how could he hear Draupadi's prayers?
Yeah. What is the answer? Anybody?
Hare
Anybody
Krishna.
else? Apart from Samaksh Prabhu, anybody else? Vishal, go ahead, Vishal. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Lord Krishna can hear sound of Draupadi as he's a Akhil Brahman Nayak. He can hear everything.
Yeah, he's a Anantakoti Brahmananak, Akila Brahmananak, very true. Just as whatever is happening in our body, for example, if an ant bites me behind, I can immediately sense it. Huh? That is my ability. Similarly, whole universe is like Lord's body. Ata Vishwesha Vishwatman Vishwamurte Svakeshu me. Like that she's telling. Huh? He's a Vishwamurti, which means anything happening in any nook and corner of the world is easily perceived by the Lord as if it is happening in our own body. I am a soul seated in this bodily machine. Krishna is a soul seated in this universal bodily machine. He knows nook and corner. Therefore, anybody calling him from anywhere, he can immediately recognize very easily. And somebody, because he says that anybody remembers me, I immediately recognize, I can come. And he came in multiple cases, you all know. Which are some of the cases where somebody remembered Krishna or called Krishna, he immediately appeared. Some 3-4 examples we can give. Anybody? Yes. Siddesh?
Gajendra.
Yeah, in Gajendra's case, yeah. Abhinav? Yeah? Abhinav.
Prabhu, like when Draupadi called for Krishna in the
I mean,
assembly.
Draupadi wanted to be saved from her man. I mean, from her when she was about to be insulted in the public assembly. She called, "Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, hey Gopijanvalabha, Dwaraka." Immediately Krishna arrived. Gajendra called, Ajamila called, which means we see, yes, Sugriv,
Prabhu, Ajamila. Yeah, I was saying that.
Ajamila, correct. Ajamil, and Vishal, you have more examples?
Prabhuji, Aghasur pastime.
In Aghasura pastime, the coward boys remembered Krishna, and Krishna entered Aghasura's mouth and delivered Aghasura and saved the coward boys. Correct, no? Yeah, that is true also, In this way, there are innumerable evidences in the scriptures that the devotees call the Lord. Yes, Kaushal?
Yeah, Prabhuji, Rukmini also.
Rukmini. Actually, Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna because she didn't want to marry Shishupal. So, she remembered Krishna and then wrote a letter to Krishna, and Krishna came and took her. And married her also subsequently. So, we find, and Krishna is very attentive. Even before Rukmini's letter reached Krishna's hands, the Brahmana was going to Dwarka. But Krishna, as the Lord, knew that. So he was fighting with Jarasandha. He left the battle and came to Dwarka so that he can receive the letter, which means he is aware already. He is aware that letter is going to come and I have to respond. He is all knowing actually. He is all knowing. There is nothing that is unknown to him. Yeah. Okay, read the second question. Yeah. With no food.
No food prepared, Krishna asked the Pandavas to call Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples. How could the Pandavas agree with Krishna?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Siddesh, what's your answer? Yeah. My sound is not coming.
Oh, sorry. So Pandavas had unflinching faith towards Lord Krishna, that he will not let them down and he will save them from any situation.
Correct. They had unflinching faith in Krishna's words. Beautiful answer Siddesh Prabhu gave. So, can any of you tell me one situation where it appeared almost impossible, but you got some assurance from Krishna or his devotees, and you put unflinching faith in that situation, and then you went on, and then everything came out well? Any example you have? I can tell you one example. One boy called me and said, "Rashambo, good news for you. I got a job in McDonald's." Now he was selling. I said, "Hey, why do you want to join that company? They sell burger and everything, they kill animals and all." "Oh, no, Prabhu. I am not actually directly involved with slaughter. I am only doing some programming for them. I am working on their software division." I said, "Still you are working for that company. Why don't you work for some other company where they don't break the 4 regulatory principles?" And this boy was shattered. He said, "Prabhuji, they're giving very high pay and perks here. In those days they were giving 7 lakh per annum for him, many years ago." He said, "Prabhuji, I don't know whether other jobs will pay me so much." I said, "See, you are a Krishna devotee. You should not go for this job. It's not good for you. You give it up and Krishna will send you another job." And he practically cried on phone. "Rajan, I just called you to take your blessings, Prabhu, nothing else. But now you are trying to turn me away from the job, and now I am very, very feeling tense now. What will happen to me?" I said, "See, have unflinching faith in Krishna. If Krishna is devotee, Krishna will surely send you another job." So, by when, Prabhuji said, "That Krishna only knows." I can't tell you immediately. But you have to be patient. You are doing the right thing if you give up this, I said. So he gave up the job. And 3 months he was waiting with bated breath because all his friends were getting jobs. He was not getting. He was practically, he would call me every now and then and say, "Prabhuji, now 1 month has passed. Prabhuji, 1.5 months has passed. 2 months have passed." I said, "Be patient. See, it's only December now. Your course is there till April. Yeah." And January he got another job paying 10 lakhs per annum. He was jolly jumping. He said, Prabhuji, I threw away 7 lakh rupees job, now I'm getting 10 lakh per annum now. Huh? I was very happy also. So, the point is, he had faith. He had faith that, yes, I will follow Krishna's path. And then Krishna eventually gave him a job. So, many people, this is a faith crisis is there. Like one boy called me and said, Prabhu, everybody is copying in COVID time. They are getting answers written by tuition centers and they are sending us and they are all getting 94, 95 marks. If I also don't copy, I will be getting only 60, 65 marks. I said, see, you are a Krishna devotee, you should not copy. You should answer to the best of your intelligence. I told him, he said, Roji, if everybody is copying and getting good marks and going, if I don't, will I not be left behind? What will happen to me? Then I told him, actually, let them copy, eventually they will suffer. So he didn't copy. He got 65, 70 marks, he got. Later on, this boy told me, all the boys who got 2 big marks, they became objects of suspicion by the companies who gave them jobs. Companies knew that, hey, this fellow never had such a big mark. All the while before he had poor marks. Now suddenly, how did he jump to 95? They suspected that he must have copied. So while giving jobs, they gave job, but then they tested his true talent through tests, but then they threw them out. So this boy got a job, although he got only 65, 70%, because they saw steadiness in his marks. Why I am telling you, in this world, sometimes to live a life of character, it may be difficult. Our mind may be very much troubled. Mind may say that, hey, everybody is doing, you also do it. No. Krishna is watching, I should have unflinching faith. You all are boys living in America. Ajay is in Canada. So, there is so much opportunity for you to get polluted in your character. But why are you not getting polluted? Because you know that Krishna is watching. You have unflinching faith in Krishna's observation and Krishna's protection. The purpose of spiritual practice is to keep ourselves stable spiritually and go back to Godhead in this very life. So that was a good answer Siddesh Prabhu gave, brilliant answer he gave. Yeah. So we will read after that the following part of story at the river, what was happening next class when we come. Tomorrow we will read, okay? Any one question, a couple of minutes, anybody? Or you want to share anything, any of you? These are all real tests in our life, isn't it? Test for integrity, test for faith in Krishna. Yes, we shall go ahead, yeah?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have one question. Like I listened about the pastime of Agasur, and from that I have learned that we always should be dependent on Krishna. And here also in today Akshay Pratya pastime, we learned that we must have the unflinching faith towards Krishna. So Prabhuji, can you please differentiate or else guide us on the similarities of these two pastimes?
See, in Agasura's pastime, Bhagavan Vinangshasi, they are saying that when the boys are clapping hands and entering the mouth of Agasura, at that time, Krishna was observing, hey, these guys are entering into Agasura's mouth, but they were super confident that even in case after entering into Agasura's mouth, we get trapped there, we have no worry, Krishna will be there. Just as he killed Bakasura, he also killed Agasura. They were super confident. In the same manner, you can say Hanuman was entering into Lanka, which was like Agasura's mouth, but he was fully confident that I am entering into enemy's territory, but Lord Rama will protect me. Similarly, Prabhupada was entering America to preach in his old age, even after a couple of heart attacks. Because Prabhupada was fully confident that Krishna is there and I am doing Krishna's work, he will protect me. So, just as Prabhupada had faith in Krishna, Hanuman had faith in Rama, the coward boys entering Agasura's mouth had faith in Krishna also like that. So, they had unflinching faith also. In the same manner, Draupadi is offering prayer. She had unflinching faith that somehow Krishna will solve this problem that we are all facing. How he will do that, he only knows. Because he is mastermind. He is the master of the whole universe. He can do things which are beyond us. She was fully, just like a child has faith in mother and father's ability. She had that type of faith. So both these faiths are exactly similar. What faith the coward boys had in Krishna and what faith Draupadi had in Krishna is very similar actually. Rakshasititi Vishwaso. Rakshasititi means Krishna only can protect us. Krishna will definitely protect us. That type of firm faith. All right, Vishal?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So I wanted to know a little bit, Vishal Ranjan, you are in which college, Vishal? Are you a student or you are working?
I am working, Prabhuji.
Where do you work? Where?
Hyderabad. Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, okay. And Kaushal Solanki, where do you work?
Prabhu, I work in Connecticut, Wilton, Connecticut.
Okay, okay. Did I meet you last time when I came to Connecticut?
Yes, Prabhu. In the New York temple for the camp.
Oh, okay, okay. You show me your video. Let me see. See the face, I will recognize, I think. You have a camera or you don't have? Okay. And Abhinav? Okay, okay, okay. I know Kaushal Solanki. I know very well. Yeah, very well. Very good. I know. Okay. You are Haribalan Prabhu. You know, I remember in Bombay. Correct? Am I right? You are preached by Haribalan Prabhu in Chapati, correct? Radhagopinath temple, no? You can unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct, I remember. And Abhinav Venkat, yourself?
Prabhu, I recently started working, Prabhu, 2 months back.
Okay.
I'm in Seattle.
You show me your video. You are from which place, Abhinav?
Prabhu, I'm in Seattle, Prabhu, right now.
Last time you told me you are in Seattle. Right. Who is your mentor there in Seattle?
Prabhu, I attend online through Zoom with Arjun Prabhu.
So the timings are about 3 hours difference, is it?
Yes, Prabhu. 3 hours.
Otherwise, where did you study? Otherwise,
so last semester I was in Colorado, Prabhu, University of Colorado, Boulder.
Okay. You did your MS. You completed, is it?
Yes, Prabhu. I graduated last semester.
Okay. Otherwise, in India, which place you belong to? In India?
In Bangalore.
Oh, your parents are in Bangalore, is it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So now I know Abhinav Venkatesh and Kaushal Solanki, I know. And Akash Dotre, which place you are from, Akash?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I live in New Jersey. I have met you in retreats. I play guitar at Kirtan.
Oh, is it? Let me see your face, Akash.
Sure.
Okay. I remember very well. You had gone out of, you had gone to Brooklyn in the, there you
Brooklyn
played.
and upstate New York.
Yeah, correct. Samaksh is a good guitar player, Akash. You know?
Yes, Prabhuji. He often plays in the Kirtan during weekly programs.
Okay,
He's
you have this
learning.
monthly youth program, you can invite him in that. Where are you put up, Akash? Which place you live?
I'm in New Jersey right now and somewhere in between a job search phase. So trying to settle in some logistics in US and
Correct. Okay. I remember that very well. I remember seeing you playing guitar. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Ajay, I will meet you at 6. Okay, Ajay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.